Hello there, YouTubers, and welcome to episode 4 of my Batman Arkham Origins playthrough. And as you saw from the last video, last time I pretty much was the best point of the game so far against against Deathstroke, my favourite baddie out of all of the DC universe, because Joker's a bit too mainstream and a bit obvious to be someone's favourite. He's used too many times, and it's good for once that the Arkham games haven't really incorporated him as a main character for once, which is good. I like that. But really now we can't get into the Penguin's area because he's locked himself in with his two hookers, I guess, and now we have to go on another search for the crime scene of Jack Sionis, or whatever his name is, the Black Mask, who supposedly is dead. Supposedly. Even though we saw him earlier in the prison.
Oh, and this is interesting. They're saying Black Mask is the victim.
Black Mask dead. I'm on my way there now. The remote claw I took from Deathstroke could be useful here. Alfred, get GCPD to take a look at the final offer. More to Dixon Docks. They'll find Slade Wilson tied up and waiting for them, along with some of Penguin's illegally obtained weapons.
Another anonymous tip? Will do, sir.
Oppressed citizens of Gotham, your cries for help have been heard. I am Anarchy, voice of the people, here to save you from the plague of corruption that now infests this once proud city. Those hired and elected to keep us free and safe won't lift a finger. And why would they? They've been bought and paid for, encouraged to turn a blind eye. If they won't act, I will. At dawn's first light, the sources of Gotham's ruin will be destroyed. Now, back to your regularly scheduled programming of propaganda and consumerist garbage.
As if there isn't enough going on tonight.
Let's have us a little chat about respect. It ain't easy to come by this, especially not this end. But we all know respect can also mean more. So why not buy yourself some with a new firearm that really makes a statement? Don't delay. Get yours today.
I should hurry to Lacey Towers, where the cops destroy all the evidence from the crime scene Penguin mentioned.
I was hoping to get a minute of your time. See, I've got a story to tell you. About crime and violence. Greed and vengeance. But it's also a story of redemption. Of second chances. Of change. I've planted 3 bombs where Gotham's corruption is at its strongest. But unlike those I fight to overthrow, I believe in choice. So, I offer you one. Let them detonate, or stop them. Your actions will determine what I do with you.
Hey, mister, over here.
I've planted 3 bombs where Gotham's corruption is at its strongest. But unlike those I fight to overthrow, I believe in choice. So, I offer you... Let them detonate, or stop them. Your actions will alter what I do.
Some of the guys are talking about needing an extra... Get out of the way!
Attention all units, we need everyone on assignment. No 10-10s until further notice.
The cops investigating this crime should have a relay station set up. It'll look like a mobile satellite dish, probably on a rooftop.
Not looking good for the back tonight.
We're up!
We need backup!
You can't... I'm not done with you!
Rubio, what's your 20?
On the balcony for a smoke with a menace.
Those men on the balcony, that could be my way in.
Open and shut case. Penguin murdered Black Mask and his lady friend. I mean, we found the bastard's stubby little fingerprints right by the bodies.
Yeah, we got Penguin now. Like to see him squirm out of this one. Fingerprints, 2 dead bodies. He's about to...
Police believe Penguin murdered Black Mask. But why would he send me here if he was the killer? It doesn't add up. This crime took place days ago. The fire and the exposure to the elements make identifying the victims difficult. The male victim is wearing a black mask, but I can't positively identify him as Roman Sionis without a DNA analysis. Something I can't do in the field. I can identify the female victim based on her fingerprints. Tiffany Ambrose, Roman Sionis' girlfriend. Or one of them at least. She was no angel, long list of priors, but nothing to indicate she was the target here. The fire spread as a result of a Molotov cocktail thrown into the room. It may have been intended to destroy evidence. The shallow trajectory of the bullet suggests the shooter could be someone of Penguin's height. But the grooves on the floor suggest that the victim was killed by someone leaning back in a chair. This bullet was fired from a revolver. Ballistics analysis indicates a low angle of trajectory. The shooter could have been someone of Penguin's height. But the pattern in the gunpowder residue suggests the bullet was actually fired by someone lying on the ground. These fingerprints are a match for the Penguin, but they're on top of the soot from the fire. The cops were right. Penguin was in the room. These prints prove he was here after the murders were committed. If he didn't kill Black Mask, who did? The only thing I know for certain is that Tiffany's shooter was lying on the floor. But why? These white streaks are shoe polish. Whoever shot Tiffany was being dragged along the floor. Besides the victims, there were two other people in the room. Tiffany's shooter, and whoever was dragging the shooter. The location from which the male victim was shot may tell me more. The DNA here doesn't belong to either of the victims. Whose is it? The fight broke out when someone startled the shooter. It's not clear who won the fight. It could have been either one of them. I should review the evidence to see if I can learn anything more about either the intruder or the shooter. Fabric analysis indicates the intruder was wearing a white suit or sport jacket. This fabric swatch could help identify the intruder, but I still can't identify the male victim's shooter. There's one impact area I haven't checked for clues. This DNA is from the female victim. The level of oxidation suggests it's been here for several days. If I review the evidence, I may be able to find out what she was doing when she was attacked. She was sending text messages to Roman Sionis about someone named the Joker. Someone killed Black Mask, but this crime took place several days ago, and I saw Black Mask earlier tonight. The only answers I have raise more questions. Who is the Joker? Was he the killer here? Or is he one of the assassins? I have a body, an unknown shooter, and an unknown assailant who attacked the shooter. I need to match the DNA samples against the records in the National Criminal Database to identify who was in the room. Alfred, I need access to the National Criminal Database.
Well, the only way to do that would be to infiltrate the Gotham City Police Department.
Then that's where I'm going.
Sir, you'd need to physically hack into their servers. If you insist on doing something that foolish, you'll need a powerful, non-lethal weapon. I recommend coming back here to pick up your concussion detonator.
Not a bad idea.
Cut me some slack, huh?
Come in, 8-2. Dispatch, Delta 4-4. Can you rate...
Now, when I was exploring the Batcave the first time, I didn't exactly have a look at the Batsuit chamber, which is where you can actually change your Batman's suit. And I have no idea what ones I've unlocked, so let's have a look, I guess. If Alfred gets out of the way. Get out of the way, you old twit. But there's also a couple things, like we have to pick up the concussion grenade, which I think is about one of two things that I know of that you have to pick up from the Batcave for a new gadget. I think the other ones you pick up during the game, like for instance the newer grapple hook that Deathstroke has. But yeah, let's have a look at the costumes that we have. obviously normal, the one from the DLC that I got from pre-order, and some 1950s horribleness that I will never wear ever. Let's go for the normal. And yes, so now I'm going to continue on with the game from there.
Come in, 8-2. Dispatch, Delta 4-4. Can you raise Delta 8-2?
Stand by, 4-4. Delta 8-2. Delta 8-2, come in. Delta 8-2, come in. Delta 8-2, report. Delta 4-4, no response from 8-2. Please proceed inside to confirm 8-2 status.
10-4, dispatch.
Master Bruce, guards have been doubled at police precincts since Loeb's murder. You'll need to find a way to sneak in that won't attract attention. Otherwise, you'll never make it to the server room.
Understood. Thanks.
I got multiple calls available. Sending them out in priority order.
So now coming up to the final part of this episode, and that means that I will probably be infiltrating the GCPD in my next video. But I hope you enjoyed this video just as much as I hope you enjoyed the last videos that I've done. I hope you continue watching these videos as well. I hope you rate, subscribe, comment, join the Facebook group and all that other stuff. And I can't wait to see what else this game has to offer, really. I do hope they don't use the Joker too much, as in they don't overuse him as a main character like the last two films, really. I do hope they don't do that. So I will see you next time on My Game Target, and I hope you enjoyed this video. So I will see you next time on My Game Target playthrough of Arkham Origins, obviously. So bye, or ciao. Later.